Epoch contains fantasy violence, mature themes, and occasional swearing. Epoch contains D&D actual play and is part of the Faith and Geekery livestream and podcast and its wider community. So why not like, follow, subscribe, and join the Discord? And now, sit back and enjoy some questionable accents, poor dice rolls, and hopefully a wild and whimsical journey.
In a fantasy world on the continent of Albion, in the queendom of Lyonesse, amidst the smouldering embers of an age-old battle between the divine and the void, we begin our story in a small village of Biefin. An unsuspecting party of misfits begin their journey. This is Epoch.
Hello and welcome to the Faith and Geekery D&D campaign Epoch. This is the second session. Hi, I'm Tim. I'm the DM / every single NPC you will hear in this campaign. Let's go around and meet the players, starting with...
Hello, I'm the other Tim, and I'm playing Hildefon Greentail, who is a halfling cleric who identifies as they, them.
Hi, I'm Shelby. I'm playing Killian Greentail. I'm also a halfling, and I'm just a florist, you know? Nothing special. I'm just a florist. Killian goes by he, they pronouns.
Hi, my name is Mark. I am playing Nugget, who is a small in stature humanoid who is starting to wonder whether he's a wizard.
Hi, I am Becca. I'm playing Minerva the Sage, who is a barbarian furbolg. So I am incredibly tall and blue.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Asta, who is a human fighter and identifies as she, her.
I am I am Brandon playing Kargoth Swiftclaw. I am a ranger, and I'm just starting, I don't think I've discovered my abilities quite yet, since most of them are outdoorsy, except maybe perception and insight. We'll see.
Excellent, thank you. Now, who would like to give a recap of our last session, which was also our first session? Jenny.
I would very much like to do that. So in our first session, we had an introduction to the town of Biefin, where we all live, in the land of the Queendom of Lyonesse. And it's Harvesttide, so all our characters were preparing to celebrate Harvesttide together. We got introduced to each of our characters and a little bit about their backgrounds and a little bit about the relationships between them. And then as the Harvesttide celebrations were underway, we saw in the distance a horrible attack happening to our town. There were buildings being burned and people being hurt left, right and centre. And as each of our characters responded to what they were seeing, some through trying to protect others, some through trying to protect themselves or their properties or belongings, as we each faced adversities, we felt a divine strength that was aiding us in that moment and discovered our hitherto unknown powers. And each of these powers were based on our class. And that was when we discovered the campaign name of Epoch.
Thank you, Jenny. Please take a D6 of inspiration, which you can add to any skill check, saving throw, or attack roll.
Yeah.
For this session.
Ooh.
This does not hold over to any other sessions.
I'm going to use it today.
Is that like the golden buzzer?
Yes. I don't want to suddenly find out in like 20 sessions time someone saved up like 17 D6s just to use at any one time. Because I'm kind. That's a little bit too kind. But anyway, so we start the morning after the night before, as you have all done what you can to protect those around you, protect your own belongings, protect yourselves from this attack on your village at this holy Harvesttide. You have all helped people get away, get them to safety. You've been holding yourself down in taverns or buildings. You've fought off those that you can. But we start with the dawn rising on plumes of smoke coming from what was the village of Biefin. The morning light brings the abject horror and destruction that is what was once your town. The buildings are more or less shells, as we established in the last one. They are made of stone, but wood is still the preferred use of building in Albion. So there are the shells of buildings all around. There is piles of splintered wood and splintered tables from all the celebrations you had. The garlands that were once there have now become naught but ash. And amongst all these piles of debris, you do see some of the bodies of your kin of your town, as you are all kind of gathered in this marketplace, processing the night that once was. How do we all find you all in amongst these crowds? What would you be doing?
Can I just check? Have the advancing enemy disappeared, or have we fought them off? Or
the advancing enemy have gone off. You do see some of their corpses around, but mostly they have come, pillaged, and left. There are no more of Margaret's meat pies, apart from those that you have yourself.
No. I think Nugget would like to go over and check whether he is aware of the forces. Is it something that he's known of or aware of?
Nugget, could you give me what kind of sense of just give me a sense of what the thing you're trying to like ascertain?
Well, I know that he kind of fell into being a scout for a kind of mercenaries, the kind of enemies, and he's trying to work out whether they are the same people or not.
Okay, give me a investigation check as you kind of look around some of the bodies and the corpses of the enemy that attacked.
So that's 16 in total.
16 total. As you, amongst others, are like going around, you see others that are like moving bodies of their kin to a separate place away from those that attacked them. And you do see like one or two of the town guards that remain, very injured and beaten up, looking around, like gathering some of their equipment and checking if they've got any items. With a 16, you look through some of the items and the emblems that they have, and you don't seem to recognize them. Like there's no like unifying symbol between them all. They're all like it's like they're wearing whatever they can find and whatever they bring.
Cool.
You, after searching through them though for ages, you do eventually come across a familiar looking figure.
Is that Rustler or Yeesk?
That is, as I bring up my own notes. Note to self, people, always have your notes to hand. That is Rustler. You do notice Rustler amongst those that were attacking.
Right, okay. I think I don't think he himself had any kind of discerning kind of marks with it, but I think he threw his bit of paper down the night before, so I think he's just kind of removing himself from any idea of that he was on their side, because he just didn't know. So I think for folks, yeah, he was scouting on behalf of other people, but Yeah, he's realised he doesn't want to be the baddies, and he was turned by Margaret's pies.
Those at home know this. Those in the party have no idea.
For podcast listeners, there's some gulps.
Excellent. While you're
so can I just say he's going to go through Rustler's belongings and things?
Of course, yeah. Well, I mean, like with a 16, of course you're going through the belongings. As you go through, you do spy a bit of paper that just has 2 instructions on, which is Scout with your name and the other person's name, Yeesk. Like Scout, like Nugget and Yeesk. And there's then there's a second instruction which says, which is the word, the signal, and the signal was actually a alarm of some kind, using an item which you do not find on their person, but you do find this scrap of paper with the instructions.
He's going to rip it in half. And get rid of the Scout, Nugget, and Yeesk. So it just remains with 2 signal alarm.
Yeah.
And he's going to destroy the first bit.
Of course. Easily done. Amongst no one's really paying much attention to you at this point, so you can easily do this. What is everyone else doing?
Asta is stood in front of one of her favourite spots in the whole town, which is in front of the statue, which is the statue of Lady Biefin. And she's holding in her hands, she's still got the toy sword in her hand, and it's got like dry caked blood on it now. And she's just stood there really perplexed. And what she really wants to do is find somebody to talk to about what's happened. So she starts looking around.
As you look at the statue, the statue was damaged the previous night. That they are missing. It's like they've been cleft in 2, so they're missing their head and their right arm, but the left arm is still there and much of the torso.
She is really upset by this. This is pretty devastating for Asta. And she would really like to find somebody to talk to about what she's experienced.
Okay, everyone apart from Nugget, please give me an insight check.
Dun dun dun. We're just waiting for the players to find the button to do the.
You're so insightful.
That's 6 + 7 for a 13 from Hildefon.
Killian's got a 17 total.
21 for me.
But that's not just any 21 though. Minerva,
That's
is it?
20 + 1.
It's a natural
That's
20.
a nat 20.
That was an actual whole 20.
That's
dragon
also
came out and everything and then ate it.
That's also mine was a nat 20 + 1 for 21.
That means I win. I get yours as well.
And Kargop, what did you roll?
I rolled a 16 + 5. That gives me 21.
With the natural 20s, there is this moment as you're like looking around all this devastation and seeing the people that you knew that used to come into your shop and find those 1 or 2 cookery books now lying ceremonially laid down next to others that were killed the previous night. You kind of lock eyes with Minerva across the town square, and you both just instinctually start walking towards one another.
I feel like that is absolutely what Asta would want to do as well. I think she'd find inspiration from the tote bags that she's collected over the many years of knowing Minerva.
Minerva has just returned from the forest, bringing in fallen, aged logs because now's the time to start rebuilding. And she just places them down right in the centre so we can have somewhere to sit.
Oh. Okay, so Asta sits down with Minerva and then says, "And how are you, Minerva?"
We've been here before. We will be here again. Today we rebuild.
Asta appreciates her honesty and her wisdom, as always, but she can't stop looking down at the toy sword that's in her hand. She's like basically mesmerized by this toy sword.
Minerva notices and says, something is troubling you about what you hold in your hand.
It is troubling, Minerva, because this is not a real sword. And yet somehow, yesterday, when I was filled with outrage at what was happening to our beautiful town, I was able to slay 3 creatures in my bookshop with this toy sword.
And why does that disturb you?
Because it's not possible. And yet here we are.
Minerva nods and sighs and looks around and looks to the trees, knowing that there is deep force and power in the ground that we live on, and says, we will keep learning more.
Asta is very comforted by this notion and enjoys Minerva's calm presence.
As you both sit there, drinking in the calming presence, Kargoth, what are you currently doing?
Dangling the meat pies in front of Nugget? No, I'm kidding. Because I have the last of them. No. I would have been looking over some of the bodies of the enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be filled with a bit of rage. How dare someone come in and attack his tribe, as he feels, because he's starting to feel like he belongs there. So he's very, very angry. Almost, some people would almost say berserker rage. No, but not quite. There's no one for him to fight, so he's kind of stuck between rage and no outlet for it. Usually his go-to would be like, let's go hunting then. But obviously he wants to investigate the bodies and figure out who or what where they might have come from.
Okay, give me an investigation check, please.
Wow. 3 + 1. That would be 4.
Maybe it's the low light of the dawn, or the smoke in your eyes, or
the distraction of the pies.
I have dark vision.
The pies. Oh, we know from that classic seminal movie starring Christian Bale and Matthew McConaughey that even those with dark vision, the dusk and dawn, that messes with their eyes a little bit.
I'm
maybe
not
it's
crying, it's just the smoke.
As you're looking around at these bodies, you can't really ascertain where they're from. The one thing that you do kind of like notice quite a lot is, especially on they all seem to have this like grimace across their face, like this like rictus grin that they've all got across their faces, like be it the gnolls who just have their faces like in a like this like absolute like uncomfortable smile, but you get the sense that all these beings that came and attacked your village, they were getting some perverse amusement out of it all, and that amusement sticks with them even into death.
Okay. That is puzzling. It's not death throes, that's for sure.
But you do not notice anything about where
Okay.
they're from, or where they might be camping or anything like that.
Okay, that'll frustrate him a little because he prides himself on being a competent hunter, but this has kind of thrown him off his game a little bit.
Mhm.
He's going to look around for other people to talk to kind of figure out what's going on, what's the plan.
Okay. As you look around for people to talk to, you notice that there is Captain Volkbert, the halfling captain, is standing on a table in serious conversation with some people around him, like some of the more elders of the village and the town. And as you walk towards him, we zoom out and into what are the Greentail siblings up to right now?
Okay, well, that was. Did you sleep at all, Hildy? Because I didn't sleep at all. You can't get the voice, can
I
you?
can't. No. Sam Gamgee. No, no, I didn't. I didn't sleep one bit. I had a very strange experience, really, yesterday. Because all night, what I thought I'd want to do in a situation like this, if you'd asked me if this sort of thing had happened, is I'd want to go back and make sure my plants were doing all right. I might want to, get out of my mind and forget about it all. But after what? I don't know what happened in the pub. I don't know what it was like for you, but for me, something shifted. It felt like helping people seemed like what I was supposed to do. So I've been up all night helping people, finding people with burns and wounds and bits of them missing, and finding that I can actually help. I got some useful skills as well as some skills that make the odd copper here and there.
Yeah, no, I feel strangely similar. I mean, like, just look, hold on, and Killian puts out his hands and a druid craft some flowers.
Whoa!
I could just make flowers. Just exist now. I just thought, you know what? This place needs some life. Did you see the door last night? Those were planks of wood. Not wood. I mean, it's wood, but it's trees.
It was magic.
As you two are having this conversation, do you wish to go check on your house, or do you wish to go more towards where the crowds are gathering in the town?
I think Hildepon's like being drawn towards the town now. I think it's very much that's the shift that's come about in them, is that they're not so much about me and my drugs. It's more about this is my community.
As the Green Tails, as you both go towards the crowds and you are like joined by Kargoth as you're going towards where Captain Volkbert is, you hear him like in serious discussion with some of the town elders and go, sorry, I muted myself, I don't know why. And as you're, thank you. And as you're like getting close, you both, all of you start hearing like the end, like the middle of a conversation where he's going, well, very clearly, we cannot remain here and defend ourselves. We don't really have the defensive capabilities to stay here, sadly. And if they come across again, more of us will die or be captured and enslaved. We have no idea. We have to go to the old fort. And you hear like one of the other elders goes, but that old fort hasn't been, it's been decades, been like centuries since someone last was there. We're not sure what state it's in, so it could be attacking us, but it's the most sensible place to go. We can go there, hold up, while we go request aid from somewhere else.
Minerva would like to nod slowly and remind everyone how old those stones are, that they have stood for years and years before even I was born. And I think we should go there too.
See, even the sage here agrees with sound military tactics about holding up in the old fort.
I think
What
Hildefon's
old
not.
fort?
Nope.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think Hildefon's nodding. I don't think they feel confident to speak in this space, but they wouldn't resist the wisdom of the sage.
I don't think I would have spoken loud enough to overspeak the sage, but I would have been questioning the people around me, going, "What fort? You know, and why aren't we going after who did this?"
As you are asking the people around you, you hear he looks very worn, but it's like the local tailor, Orsino, kind of like leans and goes, and it was a couple of decades ago. We used to, the town used to be called Old Biefin. Used to be where we used to have the town on the other coast, and now we come over here. It's a lot more safer place. Like it's more of a fortress than anything else, but it's where we go in times of need and solace. But we have had no need for it for many, many years.
What if they're at the fort?
Oh, if they are at the fort, then, well, we are in a little bit of trouble.
Okay. I'm going to keep listening and kind of soaking everything in, because
Mhm.
this is all new to me.
Asta can hear what's being said, can she? Can we all hear the
Yes.
general conversation?
Yeah.
Asta says, I think it's a good idea that those who need to go to the fort, those that are too weak to fight or too young. But I feel like we cannot allow those who got away with burning our beautiful town to get away with this. I think we need to follow them. I think we need to track them down wherever they may be.
Nugget is also in here, so I think he might say something along the lines of, so are we needing to go and see whether the fortress is safe, or do we just send people that way and then I don't know what are we trying to do here?
The captain goes, I think there's enough guards that we can take those which need assistance and cannot engage in military combat. We can go hold ourselves up in the fort with what supplies we have. Those that wish to go hunt down these scoundrels that attacked our town can do so. My fear is, should we be besieged in the fort or remain in this town, we cannot last long, and we need aid from elsewhere. We need more fighting men from the capital. The queendom must be informed.
Or women?
Or women. Hence, queendom.
Well, it seems clear to me that what we need to do is we need to divide those who are too weak or too young to fight, go to the fort. We send our swiftest person as fastly as they can to the capital to alert them to what has happened. And the rest of us who have the heart to follow those who destroyed our beautiful town, go and find them and make sure that they pay.
All of you hear like mumblings of agreement around this entire conversation. Captain goes, well, in that case, then I believe we have a solution. Then those that can will go to the fort and take those that need assistance there with supplies. We will send two of our fastest able-bodied people, nodding towards Minerva, up to the capital and inform them of our plight. And those that wish to go hunting, be good sports, and Divine go with you, and go forth and find these scoundrels that have done this to our town.
I am aware I am not the biggest of foes, of friends, but I would like to support, I think. How are we equipping ourselves? And maybe looks across at Asta's wooden sword and around to others. Maybe even looks towards Kargoth's bag of pies and just gestures like a shrug in a, how are we going to go about this?
Those that need assistance, we can arm them if needs be.
The little orc wants to speak.
Hi, yeah, sorry to just interrupt there for a minute. I have not a counter offer, just how about we all first head towards the fort, a small group of people break off to make sure that there ain't nobody there that's nasty, right? Because if we don't check, we're just sending a whole bunch of children and you sick people to potential harm. And then once we've checked it, we can continue on and then break off the people that that need to go a running to the fancy word, capital, that kind of thing. Thanks, Hildy. Okay, right. And then if we're gonna have people seek revenge, I think we all grow as a group first to the fort. Pause, scope it out. If it's good, keep going, and then break off instead of sort of breaking off here, because that way we can all keep our stuff in one go. Just a thought. Just a thought.
Me and the hunters can do the scouting. We can check out the fort first. Everybody can follow behind. Then we can go after whoever it was.
I think Oh, go on.
Go on.
I was just going to say that I don't know where my accent's going. Well, I'm just wondering if we go all together and kind of like, for those who are able and willing, we just go, and then best ability in numbers, as we've already explored and survived the night. So I'm weighing into that.
In that case, then, those that are actual able-bodied fighters, we can disperse out what equipment we have that is rudimentary, though needed, and then at high noon, we shall all set off with the rangers taking the horses to scout ahead of the fort. It will take us a good day to get there, but the horses should get there much sooner.
Sounds like a plan.
Aston immediately wants to start looking at the weapons that are available.
Okay. So we'll have a bit of a montage moment there. As you see, like, people going around gathering what they can of their from their homes and putting it onto carts. You see people filling up bags with food and goods. You do see Volbert brings out a very large cart full of basically all the equipment they would have in the very rudimentary guard post. So there are a very good selection of weaponry and armor, of which, if you would like to go get the weaponry that you would like that isn't children's weapons, then you may. So you can grab daggers, staffs, rudimentary armor. There isn't any full plate armor, not that I think any of you can wear full plate armor anyway.
We can try.
It's really expensive. You can find your goods. Like, there is a selection of sizes of shield as well, with various decorations on. Like when you're looking at it, like none of this armor's been kept in really good condition. It's like a lot of it's like really dented and still got like arrow marks or gore marks from a beast, and the swords are really nicked and damaged. And there's a little bit of rust on some of them, but you know that's stuff now buff out, kind of deal. So just before high noon, like in the middle of all these things happening, you do also see a few people who have dug a rudimentary grave for all those that have of the townsfolk that have fallen here, and are slowly moving bodies carefully and reverently in there and filling it slowly back up. At high noon, you see that as this ragtag train of people have come together, and the carts are loaded, the people are loaded on, and the ranging group that Korgoth is a part of are also got the horses and their armaments and stuff. You do see more than a few people just gathering around this new grave that has been dug in the town, and are like silently offering their own prayers to the divine for those that have fallen.
Did Carmack manage to survive?
Yes, he did. You do notice that he's missing an ear. He's got a very large bandage over it on one side. So he survived.
Okay, he doesn't need that ear. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all of them are looking. All of the rangers are looking a little bit rough and worse for wear after the previous night.
All right.
Right.
So we head off then, yeah, to the fortress?
Yes. So we're going to do this in two parts. So it will take about a day and a half to get there, including rest. So you'll arrive the following evening, setting off now. But the horses, because they are going really slow and they're not going by foot speed, the horses can make it there by like just before dawn tomorrow if you like didn't stop, and you can check out the fort if you wanted. So let's start with Korgoth. Could you, for your rangers, give me a animal handling check, please?
Okay.
This is to see if you can get the horses to push on through the night a little bit.
Rolled an 11 and got a +3.
Over 14, yeah. So as you and the fellow rangers, knowing the lands, you, with some haste, break grounds. You go through some of the roads. You take old goat paths that you know about, and you, over the next few hours, you do notice some good game as you're going. You most of you pause and go like, oh, we could get that, but you like refocus yourselves and keep going. As night falls with you, you start going more around a coastal path as you head towards the old fort, and as you get to when you're about a mile out, it's just before, it's not midnight, but it's not dawn yet. It's like the skies are getting the different colors going in as the sun's starting to rise. As you get to the fort and you see the outside, and Cormac with their elven eyes, and you're looking around at the various signs around you, the fort is not occupied. looks actually quite in good nick, actually, for a... It's like old stones are really strong. So that is where you are, so you know that the fort is good. Rewinding and focusing on the other group, can everyone who is in the other group give me an animal handling check, please? And this is to see if... Well, animal handling or survival. This is to see if... A, how quickly you can move some of the animals, and how quickly you can, and safely you can get people through this land.
Nugget has rolled a 14 in total.
Asta rolled 19 for animal handling.
Minerva rolled 18.
It's nat 20 for 25 from Hildebon.
Ooh. And Killian got a 12.
Okay, so between all of you, you can very much easily aid out all the animals that you need to. You can guide those in the town on the safer paths and stop them getting stuck. Like at one point, you notice that there's a bit of a swampy part coming up where some of the carts could get stuck. You manage to find a way around it quite quickly. Hildefon, with your nat 20, you have a think about some of the herbs that you have, and you kind of mix some of it into some of the ones that give you more vim in your step into some of the food bags for each of the animals, and they seem a little bit more perky at the moment. So you can get through a lot more of the night than you expect before the animals start to tire.
Energy gels for ponies.
Energy gels for ponies.
Nice.
As you all get to an overnight camp, you're about, you still got about, you got less than 3/4 of a day to get there because of how well you all managed to do the first day. So you're all camping out for this evening. Those that wish to join what guards remain in watching over the camp at night, please raise your hand. That's 2. Perfect. Okay, so Asta and Minerva, would you like to take the first watch or second watch? First. Minerva second. Excellent. Right. Okay, Asta, can you give me a perception check, please?
I got a nat 20, so 23. I've never rolled like this in my life. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, with that nat 20, the first watch is uneventful. You notice that there's some bad weather coming in. So you quickly nudge a couple of people to put some tarps and some coverings over some of the exposed carts, just so no one wakes up drenched through, because no one likes that anyway. Minerva, can you give me a perception check, please?
It's 8 + 1, so 9.
Okay, with your perception check, it's very uncomfortable. You maybe it's the experience from the night before, or being in a separate place away from where you've come to call home and find comfort. You're really on edge all evening during your watch. You don't see anything, but you and the other guards are a bit more jumpier at things than you normally would be. Even you, with your reserved self, a bit more quick to jump at something as you would normally have done. But it was night and it was day, and you've all had a long rest. As we start on the second day, of which, by the time you've all set off towards Biefin, Korgath and the other rangers have returned. Korgath, how would you explain the situation of the fort to those on the trail?
Sorry, who are you talking to?
Korgoth.
Korgoth, how would you explain the situation at the fort to those on the trail?
Sorry. Well, the fort is unoccupied, unfortunately. There's no evidence of anybody having been here since the last time we checked it out. There is some game along the way that me and the hunters can grab to help, everybody kind of settle in and have a nice meal tonight or today.
Excellent. The news of this spreads throughout the caravan, and there's like people's spirits seem a little bit perkier than they were after the last couple of days, and as they all start moving towards the forts, some of your ranging compatriots peel off to go and grab that game. And when you're about a quarter mile away from the entrance to the fortress, Volkbert turns round and says, "I believe we can make it safe from here. Those that wish to go off hunting for the scoundrels that did this to us, the divine be with you for your trails. If you need any supply, if you need supplies, take a small amount of rations for yourselves. We shall remain here as long as we can."
Can I say that over like the last day or so, as we've been travelling, I think Nugget would have been reflective, and I think this whole conversation of divine and otherwise, I think he was aware of being gifted abilities, and I think he would have been going around trying to ascertain whether it was everybody who felt gifted.
Interesting.
As I realised that we haven't really had a kind of conversation amongst our players, but I think Nugget is like asking why him.
Let's do previously on. During the travels, who would you go have a conversation with?
Well, he always feels drawn to halflings, because they're of a similar. How tall are you two?
Killian's I'd say shorter, so probably maybe only 3'2".
Okay, so Nugget is 4 foot, so
yeah. And Killian throughout the whole night would not be shy about like, Hildy, look, I can make roses. It's just if I think about a flower, it just becomes. I mean, it kind of fades away afterwards, so it's like not long lasting, but that's just neat.
And I guess, so Nugget would be like, "Oh, that's interesting. Has anyone else got these things making flowers?"
Not quite flowers, but I've had a strange experience too. Kind of discovering that I can help people what are wounded and hurt. And there were a lot of us after the other night, and I was able to help. And
as in an aiding hand, or more of a magic quality?
I bit nervous of the M word, but it was more than I thought I'd be able to do. You know, I've got some things what grow that do some incredible things to the mind and the body. But the other night was stuff I've not seen before.
Hildy's being humble. Somebody had like a broken arm, and Hildy touched it, and it reset like and
just that noise.
I know. I mean, you did it. No, yeah, 100% some kind of like. I mean, sure, magic. I make flowers. That's magic. Let's just live in it. We're doing magic stuff, and we're not even. I haven't even had any of your brownies.
I think Nugget looks around and just kind of tries to be subtle about it, and he just kind of goes, "Well, I think I'm a wizard." And we'll do like a mage hand or something along those lines to display to them too.
Yeah.
And I think that will be the kind of the tone of the conversation going forwards as we make our kind of caravan convoy. Yeah, I think he's just a bit surprised that it's him, and he's a bit comforted that there are others, but he's still a little bit. I think he's trying to find other people who are a bit more tuned, positive, uplifting, all that kind of stuff. So I guess he would make his way around in a subtle way. So would he come across anyone else on this conversation in the evening or throughout?
Well, I think Esther would continue to seek out Minerva's wisdom, and I think she'd find that to be an important thing to be doing right now. But also, I think maybe she'd be seeking out somebody who looked nifty with a sword potentially. I think maybe she'd want to start, especially when she was on watch. She'd maybe want to start sussing out what else could she do with this newly discovered thing.
So while you were on your watch, you would have encountered Hugh Creckett, who is one of the town guards. He's a bit of the conventionally dashing type persons. Very lovely, like coiffed mane, awfully polite. Has like a long sword and is like slowly like checking it and cleaning it through the night, and he goes, looks at like your rapier and goes, "Oh, are you a fan of needlepoint?"
I don't know. Maybe. What? I don't know. What is needlepoint? What is that?
I don't know either.
Okay, because I've done cross stitch before. My grandma taught me that, and I very much enjoyed that. But I didn't use any sort of sword to do that with.
Oh, sorry, I was badly flirting. It was
Badly.
Can you use that?
I don't know. I tried with something that wasn't even a proper sword. It was just a toy. And the answer to that was yes, but I've not had any other opportunity to try since then.
Well, okay. Let's rectify that.
Okay.
It's always good if you're on the road and you're carrying weapons that you know how to, use them. So he draws out his long sword and goes, "Right, this is my preferred weapon. I can use it either single-handedly or two-handedly. I prefer single-handedly, so I can use the shield as well. Are you going to use the shield of your?
No.
Okay. Excellent. So, with yours, if you bring up your rapier,
yes,
and kind of like put it in like front of you, in the middle.
Like this? Like this?
Yeah. A bit less right side, a bit more middle. There we go. Right. And then what you do is you like thrust forward, right? Thrust. Excellent, like that, and make sure that your legs. Oh, my dear, your legs are too close together. Like I could come up to you and just push you on the floor. You know that's not good etiquette.
Could this be a montage, by the way?
Yes, like
as much as I'm enjoying every thrust of the sword, I think it's just.
It is like that, for your watch while you had a really good watch. It was the hyper awkwardness of someone who is not good at teaching, trying to teach you how to use your sword when he doesn't know how to use it himself, but he's trying to give you the basics. And like you kind of like you get the vibe. Like he's trying his best, but he's not a teacher.
Throughout this, Asta is completely oblivious to any subtext whatsoever. But you do notice that she is looking around to see if there is somebody else seeing this moment. And she is clearly looking to see if there is somebody else that is watching her do this.
As I will say that, like, you see a few people who are like waking up in the night and like going off with a bit of toilet paper to the woods. And, like every now and then, just look back over, and one of them wakes up, and it's quite an old fella, you know, as Elijah. And he like wakes up, looks over, looks slightly confused, goes off, comes back, looks even more confused, and like as Hugh's trying to like do this like incredible song and dance about stuff, Elijah just like looks at you and like points, like gestures his like trowel that he's got, and just goes like that, and then also like looks at the rapier and goes like points to like where to like stab someone, and he just like goes thumbs up, and then
Asta chuckles. She's very happy with that moment.
When he sees that, he gives a quick salute and goes off back to his cart to sleep.
It's clear that Asta is a little bit disappointed that it wasn't somebody else, but she's pretty happy to have that experience.
Yeah. So we fast forward to the caravan have gone off to the forts. The rangers have gone off to go get food. And there are two groups of people left. There's one or two of the guards and one or two of the out-of-towners, like homesteaders from the other farms. They kind of are like in one group, and you six are conveniently in a second group, and they're kind of everyone's looking over each other. And then one of the guards, it is Hugh, goes, right, so who wants to go hunting and who wants to go deliver messages? I mean, like, I think, honestly, we could go and deliver the message to the Queendom and try and call for more aid if you want to, you know, hunt locally. What do you think?
Is that hunting as in the enemy?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Hunting for the enemy, yes. Locating where they are.
Good, because I have meat pies for the whole eating thing. Yeah. I'm all for going hunting for the enemy.
Asta is immediately stood up, ready to go in the hunting party, and in fact holds a rapier aloft in a heroic fashion whilst blushing deep red.
Say the line, say the line.
And my sword!
Oh dear. Can Nugget look towards the sage? I don't think we've really chatted yet, but he's like, Are you coming with us then, Sage too?
Of course. Anything that threatens my land and my peace must be removed.
This is indeed the will of the council. Halflings will see it done.
I'll just sort of hear, and then the whole talk of hunting. Whatever Hildy does, I'll just follow Hildy.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous about the whole thing, but no, I've definitely gone southern again. But
Yep. No, Hildy, you'll be fine.
I mean-
It's perfect because you can heal the hunters. That's why we're here. I can do a little bit of. I could probably try and heal.
We
I
can
don't know.
help,
You
right?
can do it. I could do it. We'll do it.
Could you use rose petals to distract?
I could. Oh, this is another thing I figured out. I could tell what the weather's going to be. Hold on. Because part of Druidcraft, it lets you know what the weather is like for the next 24 hours.
I almost picked Druidcraft.
Good. It's so good. Oh, hold on. I have to mute. DM, what's the weather like for the next 24 hours?
Well, thank you, Killian. As you can see by this map here, the weather is blustery coming in from the coast, coming up through here into this torrential downpour as we get to the middle of Lyonesse. But don't worry, sunshine comes after the clouds and the rainbows will come out. Not over Biefin, though, that's still on fire. That's been your Druidcraft weather report.
Bob, it's back to you. No.
Basically, in Druidcraftness, it means there's like a little storm cloud that appears over my hand and it starts raining. Oh, okay, so that I think means it's gonna rain. Like puts the hand away. Cool. See, I'm just trying to prove my use, obviously, because I'm not very fighty.
So it sounds like then we've got our two parties.
What time of day is it, by the way?
It's about early afternoon at this point with all the traveling. So it's early afternoon. So you see, in terms of the landscape around you, there's like a bit of like a crescent spine of like hills and like small mountains going up in between Biefin and Old Biefin. So if you look on the map, like this kind of area is mountainous and hilly with lots of trees either side, like forests. The Hughes group are planning to take the more westerly route, going via West March up to Lyonesse that way. So it depends where you guys want to go.
Do we have any kind of read on where the gnolls may have gone?
Kargoth, can you give me a survival check, please?
Okay. I rolled a 10 plus a 5 for 15.
Okay.
You survive.
You survived. You get the feeling from like some like errant tracks that you saw and where the enemies left the previous night. You get the feeling they might have gone more up the northeasterly edge of Lyonesse, like going more like this area, heading north. So they might be in the woodlands around there. Is your best guess? Okay. It's a very, very good guess. Like 85% accuracy.
Okay. Is that with modifiers or without?
With modifiers. So like it'll be going like this way. Going like this way. This okay. General area.
All right. They went that way. Follow the stench of the gnolls.
Excellent.
Follow the stench of the gnolls. Follow the stench of the gnolls. Follow the stench of the gnolls.
Oh, dear.
It's almost
Not
like we had
much.
choreographed that dance. It was so on point.
And you could probably all do it in height order as well. Oh,
Minerva accidentally knocks over a small sapling. Such was her joy in the dance.
you do not have any horses to go with you, but you follow the stench of the knolls to the northeast. As you start getting towards like you're not fully in the woodland, but like the woods are getting a lot more thicker as night falls, and you set up camp for the evening.
Yes, I would advise that. Who's leading the party? The hunting party?
I think we're following you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been good to know.
Nominate.
Okay. Yeah, we will make
follow
camp
you.
right at
Okay.
the edge of the forest.
In that case, then, can everyone who would like to take first watch?
Can I ask a question? If I've got
Yes.
Firebolt as a cantrip, can that
Yes.
start a fire as in like a campfire, or is it
Yes.
a bit more invasive?
I would say that you can make it a weak fire, just as a lighter has big flame, little flame. You can make your firebolt like a fire whimper.
Cool.
Our druid may be better qualified.
Just for future reference, since I am sort of so Kargoth here, we've nominated you as the leader. Can I nominate myself as just like the chef, and I can handle fire, bonfires, all that thing. Just happens.
I'm gonna hold up my bag of meat pies and go. Where's Margaret?
Back at the fort.
Yeah, you can be chef then.
Yay! All right, excellent, sweet. Anyways, just I got fire. Fire's fine. I can do that. Just
Can I maybe just suggest then that Nugget maybe has an attempt at doing a fire, and that's when you step in to sort of say you'll do the fire.
Nugget try.
So maybe Nugget goes a little bit OTT.
Yeah, that's a little too much. Soft.
So he's just gonna go Firebolt.
A 10-foot area of grass is badly singed.
That sounds about right.
But who would like to take first watch this evening?
Go on, Nugget will. He was going to continue to play with his abilities as well.
Okay,
I was going to say everybody can make fire, but nobody wants to take watch.
and who would like to take second watch?
I will take second watch.
Okay, first watch. Nugget, can we have a perception check, please?
Sure. Oh, that is a 19 plus 6, which is 25.
Excellent. So, as you're all gathered round the campsite, sadly, I do not have a sticker for 10-foot burn mark over here. Nugget, you're like over here, people around the campfire getting as much sleep as they can get. And then you start hearing stuff in the brush coming from this direction.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
I guess I need to get someone's attention. So I guess I'll try and get someone's attention by. So I don't know is someone obviously awake, people asleep, or is everyone asleep?
Hildy's asleep.
Killian's asleep.
Minerva sleeps very lightly.
I think maybe Nugget's going to kind of go towards the biggie, most imposing character, maybe Kargoth, in the case of like excuse me, sir, a little help.
Meat pies. What? I would slowly wake up and what's going on? A little anxious.
I'm aware of something going on in the woods.
Noise, rustling, smell,
Yeah.
all of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Which direction?
This way. Oops.
I would follow him. Ah. Okay. I would look around or listen to see if I hear anything.
Okay, can you give me a perception check, please?
Do I have to?
And additionally, can you both give me stealth checks, please?
Nugget's stealth is 16 in total.
My perception, I rolled an 8 plus 5 for 13. And then my stealth, I rolled a 14 plus 5. It gives me 19.
Nice. As you are both like looking through the scrub and the underbrush, you do notice like sniffing around and slowly encroaching towards the camp are some creatures, 2 hyenas and 2 gnolls. What would you like to do?
I am going to send Nugget back to camp to wake people up. I'm going to creep a little closer towards the hyenas.
Okie dokie.
Wakey.
Chicken bacon.
It's some stench and knolls.
Minerva is going to leap up in as quick a fashion as she can. And she's going to hold out either side her great axe and her staff, her crook, ready to go and ready to listen.
Do I have to actively have a morsel of food in my hand for a creature to like be friendshiped? Or an animal? It's a spell, but how would I discover that I have that spell?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So you can use morsel can be anything. Like if you have like a quarter of a meat pie, that could be a morsel for a creature. So
okay. But do I have to actively be trying to befriend the creature?
Yeah, you need to be like hand out kind of.
Okay. I will have to find a different opportunity, but I am going to take a bite of meat pie.
Mm-hmm.
Meat pie is a free action.
Okay, good.
Asta jumps up and follows Nugget.
Excellent. If you are Kargoth, is there anything else you would like to do?
Let me look real quick. Yes, I'm going to pull out my longbow and aim at the first hyena.
Okay. Please give me an attack roll, please.
Let's see, which one do I trigger?
Are you aiming for this one or this one?
I'm gonna aim for that one.
This one, okay. Yeah. So longbow.
Where is it? How do I use it?
Okay, if you've got it equipped on your character sheet.
Yeah.
Then if you go to your actions page.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I roll the +5.
So you click on that one. Yeah. I'd say an 18 plus 5.
+5. Yeah, it's
definitely hits. Please roll me the damage, please.
I rolled a 2 plus 3. That
I mean, as you loose this arrow from the darkness, it hits the knoll, and the knoll,
the hyena.
the hyena. Sorry, not the knoll. The hyena. It goes straight through its neck, and it is disposed of. Can I have everyone roll initiative, please?
Okay.
That was a rather weak hyena.
Good shot, Karkoth.
Asta rolls 5.
I rolled a 17.
I
Plus
can't
3.
find initiative.
Initiative.
Oh, I found
It's right
it.
next to your armor.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's so
So just to clarify what the initiative order is. Kargoth, you rolled 20. Hildefon, 8. Killian, 6. Nugget, 6. Asta, 5. Minerva, 4.
I can loan some initiative out if people need it.
Whatever. Cargo.
So, with the hyena down and the gnolls and the hyena are aware and the party arisen, that is where we're going to leave off this session.
Oh.
I didn't get to use my D6.
Oh no!
I know.
wait.
Do you want to add your
Can
D6 to your
yes, add her
modifier?
Can I roll it over?
I'll roll a D6 and I'll add it to your initiative modifier.
Okay, thank you. Bear with me. Wait. Bear with me.
Like a D6. Like a D6.
I got 1.
Oh.
So now 1, 2, 3 people of the party have initiative of 6.
Yes.
This
Doing
is
so
going to
well.
go well. This is going to go well. But yeah, that is the end of the second session of this Faith and Geekery D&D campaign, Epoch. Hope you've had fun and look forward to seeing you at the next session where we're having combat. It's going to be fun. See you all then.
But I have
Bye-bye.
initiative. Maybe I'll befriend somebody.
Bye.